magic is imagination. We are moving into an age of manifestation. Things become actually less material, more ethereal. The golden dawn is when we awaken to this new station of life. What you think becomes real quicker. Regain our imagination, regain our inner child, and let that inner child out.
My name is Frank Castle, founding member of the music group Ice Click and New York City Neo Shaman. After a serious injury sidelined my career in 2013, I decided to set out on an adventure to search for myself with the help of the plant medicine Ayahuasca. What I discovered waiting for me was something I could have never prepared for. It was time for me to become something more, someone more. It was time I became fearless. Gonna let my light shine as my heart beats a rhythm with space and time. When the light starts to shine inside your third eye, you awake to the knowledge that you never die. I'm becoming fearless.
When you finally boil it all down, magic is imagination.
Greetings, everyone. It's your main man, Frank Castle, your Sorcerer Supreme, right here each and every Saturday night on Fearless, and I am joined by my etherical translator and co-host, Paula Milo.
Hey, everyone.
Where are we?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Are we too far over? Wait, what's going on here? Is that good?
That's fine.
My eyesight's been terrible these last few days. How's everyone doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm shot to shit, but in a good way.
Yeah.
But totally shot. If you could grab the audience's attention from me for just a moment, my dear.
Where are you going?
You know exactly where I'm going.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, shout outs to my man KG, Sons of the Sun. I'm going to keep that right there. Okay. He's not feeling well. He's a little under the weather, so we're going to send him some positive vibes. And I can't do any promotions except for tonight, which is a beautiful thing because second release is here. Oh,
that's
snap.
Right.
Somehow it lined up perfectly with...
Somebody was just listening on iHeartRadio and it came up in her playlist, so she was very excited about that.
Yes, indeedy.
Everything stopped in the house and we just had to listen to it over and over and over again. And every time it came up, I played it.
Yeah, you've definitely been the jam. So to set off this Saturday night, being that we're headed into the full moon, pretty much a tornado and a hurricane.
Oh yeah.
And it's raining and it's hot
here.
and the fucking air conditions on super low and it feels super hot still. And there's nothing wrong with it because it was working earlier today till they turned down.
I think they cut the energy
until they turned down our energy. So we're gonna bring the energy up. Hold on. What's wrong with my camera?
Oh, hey everyone. Everyone's in the chat room. Hey,
good.
Everyone.
I'm glad.
Oh, Michael, Joseph, Ellen. I mean, they're all there. Adela's there. Who's quiet? No one's crying. Are you going to play it?
Oh, what are you, crazy?
Do it.
Hold on. It's a stretch effort again.
It's a stretch effort.
Everything. It's, you know what it is? It's this Uranus retrograde right up your fucking anus. Oh, sorry about that if there's any family people here, but fuck, man, this is rough. Really, really thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
All right, here we go. Second release, Sons of the Suns, live as it gets. Check it out, Fearless family. Let's crank this shit up. Hold on.
smokers are taking this law. Yeah, the dripping straight fire, so there's no chance of dawn. Yes, y'all, cut through the layers with a hacksaw. Deceptions and manipulations, that's your fatal flaw. Just a matter of time because I know we're the all. These doses upgrades as we here standing tall. The family will catch me if I should never fall. Cause we're in it till we win it, that means the long haul. Worldwide like hypertext, triple protocol. Standing here in and out, nobody anymore. I'm meant to put your forward in the way we let it fall. Consciousness in the balance, so it's more than just a brawl. Keep it on going, this is no curtain call. You losing all your power means you can't enthrall. Find the right portal, time slows to a crawl. As creative easy rise up and crush like a ball. Find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, yeah, the whole team, but now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, yeah, the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, yeah, the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, yeah, the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, travel at magnificent speeds around the universe. Travel at magnificent speeds around the universe.
You have the right to engage. Here's some tools of the trade. Source, meditation, hip-hop, and sage. You have the right to resist fake gods and tricks. Designed to divide, they live in between the lines. Enjoy the ride, eyes open this time. This world's alive, within worlds collide. Incoming transmission, activate the tribe. As your ego dies, now sending you positive vibes. I put up a fight, I purge, I cry. For the first time tonight, it just feels right. Create as we rise, we anchor the light. Inside of a heist that's set inside of a heist. It's a tribe we rise, sun rays to sunrise. I am, we are the spark of life. Surprise, turns out it's been us the whole time. See the all in you because it's all inside. As live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo.
Around the universe, as live as it gets.
Oh yeah, I felt like a radio DJ for a second.
You
No,
look like it for a second.
You digging that, huh?
I am. I love it.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're coming together now, and we're putting it together. People are coming out with the creativity, and we're coming out of the woodwork. We're tired of waiting. We're tired of the bullshit we got to listen to all the time. All right, so there's a bunch of people we like, but what about all the shit we don't like? And then we're sitting there complaining about it and holding it all in. And I'm thinking to myself, what do you do when you can't find something you want to listen to or you enjoy doing or whatever? Like you kind of go into that position of creating it. Mm-hmm. I'll just create more music out there. And then maybe someone that's feeling like I am will hear my stuff and Kev and go, yeah, man, that's fucking fresh. That's all. I just want you to smoke and be happy. I don't need you to fucking do backflips and yo, bro, look how fresh I am because we do shit like this. Fuck out of here with that. We're tired of that. We're moving on. We're becoming more. Yeah. The only way to become more is to be the change that you want to see. I mean, it's the oldest thing that we've heard that forever, right? Be the change, be the change. Well, how do you do it? I don't know. I wake up and I go, you know, let's just do this. We got this, we got this, we got this. We got more things than we don't. Now, the music thing for me is never going to end. It's about to restart and kickstart into a beautiful new adventure. Paula has been, I don't know, awesome is the word I'm looking for.
All the time. Could you put the fan down so it blows the smoke? Thank you. What has Paula been doing?
No, you've been really awesome when it comes to the music.
Oh,
like you're blasting it, but it's like it's funny. It's coming up in people's playlists now, not on just YouTube. It's everywhere. And yes, I'm going to promote this for a little while.
YouTube and Spotify and iHeart. I came up on all three. It came up on my YouTube feed too.
Listen, this is the moment. It's like you could release a song, you can have some fun, but when the second one drops, if people are still bopping and moving and feeling good about it, that's the big one. But because now the third one's coming in October.
I know.
Right? And it's
and you'll be out of Facebook jail by then, hopefully.
Well, I have 15 days left.
All right. Well, then you have to just behave now.
I tried to do Twitter and I got over 4,000. I lost. I had 14,000, and the minute I did ayahuasca and started talking about it, it was like the incredible rush off of my stuff. And I'm pretty sure even half of those are bots. But man, I could barely get a conversation going on Twitter. It's almost like no one's watching or no one gives a shit. And I'm not doing a woe is me. I'm sorry, I hit your knee. I didn't realize it was right there. It's more like the interaction's not there. So I don't know. The social media thing is cool because I can get you. Look, I could touch you. Like, what's up, guys?
I get
outside of that, it starts getting.
Yeah, but I think your brother had a point. I think your brother said that, like, and I kind of agree with it, that younger people are moving to Twitter, Instagram. They're not really on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I've been told a bunch of times.
Interactions are much quicker
to move it, but
yeah,
I gotta learn it. I guess that's not a big deal. But Instagram's like the devil too. It's an Instagram.
It is. It's all.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
They're all fucking playing games with us.
I
Paula.
think they suspect. I haven't been on Instagram. I think I have to go in and I don't reactivate my account. That's how long I haven't used it.
I post weed pics and stuff. I like to be able to post me when I do those giant joints and shit. You know, check me out on on Instagram if you want to see giant blunts and weirdo stuff. Man of many hats. So I just figured I'd throw it in all directions. Shout outs, Matrix Unveiled. Shout outs to everyone that's here tonight. I love you. Is tonight the full moon? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's Oscar.
Elizabeth, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. That's very
so
kind.
much. Sending you most positive vibes. I'm glad.
I just hope he doesn't start cleaning.
Yeah, Baz is right. Wait, he's right. Right about to do it. Facebook is for close friends and family.
Yeah, it's like
the weird shit is I was talking to a company that was fucking around with an order I had for 3 months.
Oh, they're tie-dye company.
And they literally have the best tie-dyes I've ever seen and wore ever. But it took like a month and a half for them to send it the first time. And then again. So I said, what the fuck is going on with you guys? Right. And then halfway through the second round where I was waiting 3 months, they were like, dude, we're so busy. And because of COVID, there's no one to work. Right. So I got one of those statements, but hang in there. There's a few of us and we're going as fast as we can. They're handmade. Now, when I saw the ad for it, was the stores going out of business. Right. So this specific tie-dye company is going to stop making stuff and we're just going to focus on this. I read the whole thing. I says, you know what? Let me throw my hat in there. You and I ordered some stuff.
Right.
Okay. So they were lying. They posted their thing on Facebook and the ad got so many fucking,
they couldn't.
They got jammed up and then COVID hit and then they got really jammed up again. I get it. Totally. But to promote, this is what I was getting. Promoting music, trying to promote something like I'm not bragging. This is not bragging. I'm just saying over 2,000 people on almost 3 actually on Facebook. What did we say today?
We said many things today.
It's the top 20. Like you never see anyone else.
I only see 8 people. 8 people on Facebook. It's like 8 or 10 people. The same the same posts on Facebook. But I don't.
It doesn't matter how many times you visit it or not.
Yeah.
Why
it's
does
weird.
the algorithm doing
I
that
don't
to
know.
you?
I don't know.
Okay, so it makes it for promotion purposes difficult unless you're paying them naturally. But if I'm paying you and I'm still not seeing, I'm not going to pay, but and not seeing all 2,000. But then they know when you put up a post, Sons of the Sun, new song release, come check it out. And even if everyone shares it, it's almost like it doesn't get out to anyone. Grassroots reaction gets cut off at the base by keeping it to only so many people. So if you get 100 people to do it, 200 people will see it. You know what I'm saying? The way they filter it, because we all have friends of friends and the same. So it's a lot of the same people, and they filter just over. I'm watching the algorithm and seeing how it works now. I mean, we're rising above. I mean, you're turning into fucking light. Everyone's talking in the house now. All the animals talking to us.
I know. They're all even Shui. When she comes in, now she announces herself.
She throws herself on the floor and goes, and you're like, what is that?
And then we ask, do you want some food? And she goes, oh. She runs to the food.
You hear the rain coming down.
Yeah.
Wow, this is crazy.
So we're supposed to have like a tornado hurricane here. So today we brought in all of the everything in the small pots. We didn't bring everything in. We brought all
Oracle Eyes,
small,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We love you, sending you most positive vibes. I think you're in Canada, right?
We brought all the
We brought everything in. We threw a weed seed into the ground. It's legal. So it grew. I thought it was going to be a male, and it fully went female. And I've never been so happy looking at a little plant, right?
Yeah.
And then we transplanted her, and then she started really growing.
Yeah, now they're all in the kitchen on our table.
It's beautiful.
But we didn't pull in the big pots. So now Frank is going to have to keep an eye on what's happening outside. And then we're going to have to, if I fall asleep, you're going to have to wake me up because we're going to have to drag all that stuff in.
Well, I figure after the show, I could put on my long Scentsy raincoat, my black trench coat, and just run out 2 or 3 times and grab whatever's next to me, stack the chairs, because it's not going to come crazy till tomorrow.
Oh, then that's fine. I'm worried about the umbrella.
Well, are you worried right now about it?
No, not right now.
So then can we not bring it up on the show when I'm talking about promotions of the music?
I'm sorry.
I'm just questioning it. I mean, I could infer back to the garden fairies and see what Melissa wants.
Oh, his garden fairy's name is Melissa, not Mel. Melissa.
And not garden fairy.
Not garden fairy.
Specifically like that.
Yeah.
I think they think I sound like an ape still. A caveman. Thank you. I said it the other day.
Caveman.
Yeah, like Fred Flintstone.
Okay.
They're like, definitely.
You mean like John Cena?
Not like John Cena, because you can't see him.
He is beginning to look like Fred Flintstone, though.
Ghog, is Telegram good? I don't know. Should I set up an account somewhere and just call it Sons of the Sun?
This is. I don't even know if I could use a computer anymore.
Should I even promote it like that, or should I just go full grassroots with this? Because there's a lot of other. I'm only promoting on my show, and I think I freak Kevin out sometimes when I don't OD on my own, pumping my own stuff. But I'm like, it's getting out there, regardless of what I do.
Yeah.
So it's a hearing thing that's out there. Yeah. And I'm kind of curious, not looking to ride a famous vibe. We're looking to throw down on the new continuum.
They were listening to it.
Everybody that's stopped by is jumped on and was like, yo, and drove off pumping it. It's not for everyone. It's just, we want people to have something to listen to that'll give them a good vibe riding into this next thing that's happening.
Absolutely.
That's where the whole Sons of the, we are the Sons of the Sun. So that's where it came from. And we were doing that calling ourselves that for years. But you can't talk about it and then not do anything. And I was riding that slow shotgun for
but
a while.
you did it. You started, and you continued, and
You know, it's great. The first two songs are like, yeah, and then the next one's kind of I wouldn't say darker. I don't think that's the right word at all, but not as
easy.
yeah. Well, yeah, it is kind of. It's just different. That's what I love about the music. We can touch all the different topics, and we still haven't pulled out one of those songs where we're like just cursing and yelling and shit. We're not doing anything like that. It's just like kind of flowing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and my brother used to sit there and go back and forth and used to put it to the test, right? Like in a different way. You'd be like, yeah, motherfucker, come on. Like, because we were live all the time. There's like 5 or 6 of us. So it was almost like a doo-wop hip hop.
Your brother is very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Yo, I think I said this once on the show, but shout outs to Rob Banks and the Red Cup Review. If you're into action figure reviews and statue reviews, he does them on YouTube, the Red Cup. He had a deal with one of the top where they're like big posable statue action figure things. I think it's Hot Toys or some shit. And then he didn't do something right, so they kind of put him off. So he's trying to talk all nice on the show about stuff, and then he just broke, right? And he's like, today we're punching up. Fuck these guys. And he turned into full Rob.
Rob is like, when Rob does the reviews, he's like a younger,
it was so good.
Frankie. Yeah.
Oh, I just sat there like, yeah, the rant is in the family. Like he has it just as much as me. And if we sat here, I would look like a chubbier version than him.
I talked to Rob one.
Oh, what the fuck that was? You got to watch, because anything could come through that window.
Well, don't say that like that. I'm sorry. It's raining very hard now here, and we don't know what's happening outside. Just bumps and noises. I just hope nothing's blowing away. I don't think so.
Which reminds me, Baz is here. He's in the chat. He's the other host on the Red Cup show when they go live.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking awesome. Everyone grew up together. So there's that automatic, it works. We're going to be talking this anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Why not share it with everyone? And it's fucking awesome. What's going on, James? Toth the Atlantean.
I told your brother, I remember one of your birthday gifts a couple of years ago, and we were talking, and I said, oh, I got him.
I remember.
One of the action figures.
Mm-hmm.
I forget which one. I think it was Arrow, Green Arrow, or the Punisher. One of the ones I got you. And I was like, do you think he'll like it?
Green Arrow. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, do you think he'll, or Aquaman, I think.
I got the Aquaman too. That's awesome.
Anyway, whichever one it was. And he was like, you bought it and you spent that much money and you didn't know if he was going to like it. And I was like, why are you yelling at me? I'm asking your opinion. If you think he's going to like it, I know he's going to like it. Do you think he's going to like it? And he was like, oh. And then he just kept yelling. And I was like, oh my goodness, we're taking this way too seriously. But I love him.
Listen, I remember watching this. They dropped him because he did the wrestling promo and he pretended like he sold out to the company like the $1 Million Man. It was obvious he was doing a promo. I think he even said it, but it was really good. And it's just funny to let shit go. And then you're like floating away from it. And you just kind of look back at it and throw it a smack. It's funny because you got to let that shit go. He was right. Let's punch up today. Fuck these guys.
You do.
They're all money hogs anyway. Right? Make another Iron Man. Anyway, I'm just ranting and raving. This fucking moon energy has got me insane. I didn't even know we were sitting together. And it was like, we said it earlier. I think the full moon's coming. And then I was sitting here earlier, a little while after that, totally stoned. and I hear something go, the full moon's here. And I'm like, is it tonight? Or like, and I asked you, I'm like,
I don't know. I never know.
no, I know, but I'm judging by how the cats are acting.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was in the yard
someone
the
in the
last
room will
2
know.
nights.
Yeah, it's just been crazy. out
Packed.
here. It's been like wild America. It's been crazy.
And I'm like, what's going on? And then everyone's talking. And then
everyone, all the animals are communicating. Even the skunk was going.
And the skunk has no problem with us in the yard.
Sure. She's singing when she's
even the
eating.
Raccoons were here. They didn't do anything. They were just kind of like, hey,
they
what's
sound
going
like
on?
They're going yum 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 when they're yum 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 yum. He's not laughing. He doesn't think it's funny now.
No,
then he goes, "Come here, look at this. Look at them. This is so cute. Look at this."
Yeah, well, they're right there. It's the weirdest shit, you know. It's just interesting to watch how shit goes down. I think they know we put that there, and we've never been aggressive towards any of the animals here.
Oh no, they know, because that little skunk was looking through the feds.
Listen, animal communication after ayahuasca, you have breakthroughs under ayahuasca, I should say. Animal communications are like the first thing that bleeds through after you're comfortable with yourself. The animal comes forward, whatever that is, right? Nobody's, let's say, drinking ayahuasca now, and it's just happening. Right, so it's something to notice if you're just raising your frequency high.
Mm-hmm.
You should establish that first. It just makes it easier, because if you said the plant said it needs water.
Well, you say that. You tell me when the plants
I know
tell
because
you.
The plant's touching my fucking head.
Well, yeah, she caresses you.
And she's like, "Can I get some?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, shit, fuck, let me get some." And then I just walk around the house. And I'm like, I think everyone, and then boom, I spend an hour fucking going outside and going back around. But to say that first before you say, your animal, is that weird? I don't know. People have houseplants and they go, "Oh, my little baby needs water."
Well, they're living and breathing with us. They're helping us breathe.
Well,
right?
if you could notice the fucking plant's alive,
but look how big
and it
they
talks
got.
to you in any kind of rhythmic fashion, whether it's going hello or with its energy, or you just kind of feel like, so you just know, I don't know, I just know. That's something happening. So anyone who has that going on should never look at anything else as less than, because if you're talking to your houseplant, you're definitely talking to your dog, and it's not stupid. Right. And then It works its way up to me and you in telepathy.
Almost.
We're right. Oh, no, we do. We've been doing some weird shit. Yeah. So I was at your sister's with you.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex says to me, "All right." So I started the conversation. I was like, "Yo, smoking man, weed, blah, blah, blah." I was just being stupid. And then he's like, "What would you smoke? Like, if you've been to Amsterdam, you've done this, you've done that. Like, what would you?" The way he put it was just so simple. And I said, "Well, I've never tried moon rocks. I want moon rocks. I don't know why I want moon rocks, but I do when I look at it. When Paula looks at it, we're like, oh, we just want to try that shit, whatever. Go out on the fucking porch. And then your sister's like, "Yo, happy birthday," and hands me moon rocks.
She's that kind of girl.
No, but it was.
And I didn't even talk to her.
She goes, the whole place that knew had to shut their mouth.
Oh, because they already knew. Everyone knew.
No one could believe you just said that out loud like that.
Oh, that's synchronicity.
Okay, so here you go. Your awareness with those synchronicities are key to getting more faster.
Yeah.
You could dance if you want to. You could leave your friends behind, right? Like you get into rhythm with the universe. Josh was telling me, he actually showed me a few that were so fucking crazy. He had a sticker was on the mailbox out on his corner. So he was told by his guide. So he's sciencing. He's like, they tell me, just go take a picture whenever you feel the need to take a picture, and we'll show you later how everything around you is set up before you got here by you inside of the space. You just have to get out of your own way and realize all this is for you. Like, it's much bigger, but you got to start small.
Right.
So he goes, I'm outside, I'm just walking, and then I get by the mailbox and I snap a picture. I'm like, picture of the mailbox. He goes by his front door. Bang, takes a picture of the front door. Couple other shots. So he's like, we were outside. So he goes, walk over to the mailbox with me. And he shows me the picture and then shows me the mailbox. And there's stickers all over it. And right in the middle, it has the cat with 444. And he's Chilton, which is the cat.
Yeah,
444, right? So he's Joshua Tree. It has a tree.
Wow.
Right. So then he's like, what the fuck is this? So he's breaking down all these synchronicities. Then he goes, okay, now come to my front door. Now he lives in where he lives. They tag up on your front door. He's like,
yeah, he's on a, there's a lot of restaurants and stores where he is. So it's
like gentrified and people are on scooters everywhere.
Yeah, it's just a highly populated area.
And it's like the stores and your door to your home for the buildings are right there.
Yeah.
And it said once on his door, like, it's the end of the world. Everyone fucking run.
Yeah, it gets painted like
be in
all the
fear.
time.
It just right on the fucking cross the whole door. So I was laughing, and there's always something there. But there's stickers and shit everywhere. So he's like, dude, I just snapped this picture. And he goes, now look at this. And it was a dog, and it said something about being serious. And then it had the star. So he was like the dog star in Sirius. And then that same 444.
Really?
It's the exact same one as the one on the mailbox, but a completely different sticker.
Oh my God.
So he's like, I think I'm surrounded by the synchronicities. And I'm going, you are. And he's like, no, I know I am, but he's breaking through sober.
Oh. Okay.
Excuse me. I think that's 3B.
Oh, I'm just hoping we know her though, right?
So he's saying shit like breaking through the way I am, not using ayahuasca. Like he did more psychedelics in his lifetime, early in his lifetime, than I could ever catch up to later in life. So he did all that at a young age. I didn't do all that. Like, this to me is more of a 6-year run so far, 7-year at most. You've been here for 98% of it.
That's fucking right.
Everything. Listen,
It was a really rough day today. We did a lot of stuff. But it was a good day. It was a very good day.
So if you get out of your own way and look for these things, just look casually around you, and you'll notice that you're surrounded by your stuff that you put there to remind you at all times inside of the hologram. And you're like, how is that possible? And I'm like, if you're in a hologram, you can go have done it already in the other life, in the other fractal, been through it. And naturally, there's already the guy out of time that did it. And he's like, pretty much, I'm from the future. And just program it once, reprogram your where's the optimum guy and girl?
You have to watch and look for the clues.
Bip, 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 and then re-enter in the white room, right? Where the walls just become screens out of nowhere, and there's pads and all kinds of weird shit. You can redirect yourself into the optimum position. I've done it. Other shows have talked about it, right? People are beginning to do this psychedelic free. And the psychedelic, let me tell you, man, everyone who's done psychedelics, including us, they've been like, it's gone from like a 4-hour thing to an 8-hour thing, right? Like the jump recently has been incredible.
This is crazy. This is like it's like, oh,
there's almost like there's no evil in the jumps either. Like, you always run into some fucking psycho shit. And you're like, what? I don't want to do this again. Right? Like, why do we got to, you're going to kill me again? You're going to eat my fucking face before I lift off into the fucking promised land again? It's like, no, you got to let go of that shit and go, man, ain't nothing here to hurt me because I run the show here. And it goes, womp, womp. It changes. The consciousness that rolls with you is like, oh, okay, they get it.
Well, we got to see Charlie last week, which was good because Charlie had an Ayah experience with us a couple of years ago, and we never got to talk to her after. So,
but we always hear about how
we always hear about her, and so I finally got to sit with her, and
Ellen brought her, and it was awesome.
She feels very much.
Thank you, Ellen.
the way I feel about it. Like, I've had the experience, but it was definitely a sensory overload. And I don't know when I will be ready to do it again because I am still processing what I saw or what I've gone through. And that's quite the way I feel.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that's awesome. You know, it's different things for different people. It really is, but it's always profound. Always. Even if you don't think anything happened when you leave, you know, it's the days after, it's the days and the weeks and the months after when you're putting all of these things together. That's what that's the beauty of it. But it's very hard because your world becomes very small. And, you know, she had to shy away a little bit from people, and so did I. I had to try to integrate into a corporate environment, and it was very difficult.
You can't make jokes really in the, because in the USDA I was considered blue collar with what I was doing, but there was like a lot of office workers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And because we were in the Bronx, you could get away with a lot of stuff, but we didn't really push it. But on the
on the dock, I'm sure you did. On the loading dock,
we made the whitest girl turn Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, like
she
me, you
lost
ruined my
her
life.
shit.
I can't have a normal conversation with anyone without using the F word now.
She just looks at this guy and goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fucking truck and back it the fuck." We were like, whoa, don't talk to people like that. She goes, "Are you fucking, what the fuck?" I was like, yo, calm down. She broke, she snapped, she started crying. I was like, okay, yo. She goes, "People are treating me like shit." Like, it turned into that. I was like, no, maybe just let it go. She's on a roll. Just don't hurt yourself or hurt nobody.
Yeah, really. Just don't look.
But we all had to go to corporate and hang out, and everyone from the Bronx got in trouble. Every one of us.
Frank, I can't re-enter into society. You'd have to be dead for like 10 years before I
would
could
you
even try
want to
go
do
out
that
there.
though?
No, I would not want
Let's
to.
talk about this for a second.
No, I could not live anywhere.
You want to fucking create and do, like, plant and do stuff. You don't want to ever be in an office again unless it's your personal
I'm saying
office.
like the world out there. Like if we were, like, your brother gave an analogy the other day and it was really offended by it, but I thought it was kind of sweet. He was like, if Paula should ever throw you out, you could always live on my couch for a year until you got back on your feet. And I was like, what kind of fucking bad dream did you have before we came here? Like, why would that be your scenario? And why wouldn't he go to his mother first before anything?
Look, the office stands.
I know. I
That's
thought it was
wonderful.
No, I thought it was awesome. But like, you know, I'm sure people would be chomping at the bit to take you in. There's a line of ladies in the Bronx that would they're just waiting.
I would just have to go to
they're
what's
waiting
the store
for me
over
to be
here?
abducted and never come back. Food Town.
Yeah. I just go into Food Town and be
yeah,
like, "Oh, excuse me, miss. Do you know where I could find?"
Yeah.
And then
A wife. I have no children.
Yo, we were driving in this rough part of the neighborhood, and I said to Paula, "You know what? I'll throw you out of the car right here, and I'll drive off." And then what did you say?
I said, "Don't, because when you come back to get me, I'll have a baby with me. Please don't leave me here. No, and it won't be yours."
It's time for you to learn to man up.
It's just
Come back,
an
you have
argument,
gang
Frank.
tattoos,
Yeah,
a fucking
really.
kid.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be like, "Dude, I was only gone 2 hours. You're supposed
happened?
to get a hamburger and hang out outside and see some shit."
Yeah, not in this neighborhood. They could have just shot me.
Oh man.
Now I'm in for life. You motherfucker. I can't.
Listen, I know some people, Dawn in the chat rooms, talking about psychedelics and stuff. Listen, get your hands on some mushrooms and just eat little tiny bits of them.
Tiny bit, a cap.
You don't have to trip.
No.
We're at a stage where I'm like, we're realizing just getting it into you at any level will cause your body to react the way it needs to.
Oh yeah.
Like Ayah will say it, and then the mushroom will tell you, because we just went through it. You with the Ayah, where you had the longest Ayah trip I've ever experienced around anyone, and the craziest one from a fucking, how much would you say? Just what was the amount? Oh, Jesus.
It's like 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons. Wow.
2 tablespoons.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And it was just, all I need to do is really get in you.
Yeah. Well,
that's what she
got
says.
And
I
they
just
took it out.
just put me in.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter the amount.
Yeah.
I could turn it up.
Just tap me in.
And you're like, wait, what? It's like, oh yeah, you didn't know that? We'll just fucking turn this up.
I think that was the last time I drank. That was the last time I drank Ayah. I don't think I drank after that.
Really, after South Carolina?
Mm-hmm. I think it's the last time I drank, because after that I was done. I was like, you know what?
You should reconcile with that, because she won't dog do you twice.
I'm not worried about that. I think
that shit was serious.
No. I know there's more to it, because now I'm understanding more about who I am, or where I came from, or where I think I came from.
Wouldn't you rather just fucking see it and experience it?
Yeah, but
before the lights come on in this fucking joint, it'll resonate you to a higher level.
I think I'll do it with mushrooms. I don't think I
That's
can do
fine
it with
too.
Ayah. I don't think I can do it with Ayah. It's out of respect. Like
you shouldn't be afraid.
I'm not afraid.
I think you are. I think there's a little bit of fear.
It's not
of not wanting to do something again.
It's not fear. I think it's not wanting to know the thing that I think I already know. So,
oh, homie, trust yourself.
I do trust.
No, I'm saying,
what are you doing?
If you feel you know something, you should say it in your heart and out loud. Well, you don't have to tell everyone, but you know what I mean, inside of you, and it'll resonate or not resonate. If it's resonating, most likely it's true. That's something I found out the hard way, and now it's still happening. So
yeah,
I'm just used to that shit.
It's powerful stuff. Like I was listening to Tiffany online today. She was talking, and then she had to go. She put it on hold, and then I got up and I had to do something else. And you had it on your computer, and then she like paused it or whatever she did, and then I stopped listening. But she was saying, when you raise your vibration and frequency, all the other things that happen along the way, you have a loss and you think this is a big thing, and not realizing, that now this isn't in your life, a bigger thing comes in. So that thing that you thought you lost is not such a big thing anymore.
Yes.
It's like, it's really prioritizing what you think is important. Like, I started looking at my day differently, the way that I spend my time, and the way that I like a beginning and an end. And I changed the way I look at that, and it's made my responsibilities a lot easier for me to handle. Like these mundane things, like feeding ourselves. Like there was a time when me and Frank were like, we were getting ready to apprentice on Hell's Kitchen,
we got
and it was just crazy. Food. And now it's like I can barely get one meal in me a day.
However, some of the meals that
they are good meals. That's not
we're eating good.
Yeah, it's just not. That's not how we eat. Like that's not.
Life is gonna change across the fucking board.
Everything is changing. Sleep is changing. Rest is changing. Eating is changing. Viewing things is changing.
Communication is changing.
It's like, why can't you just look at me and understand me and then. That's a chopper. Okay, he could stay.
As long as it's not a Chester. He's got to go.
No, he can't stay because he's bad.
I know.
Yeah. So this is where we are. So I feel wonderful now. Like I feel wonderful.
I feel like some of us, I can't tell who, but we've been ahead of it just slightly. And now it's
I
not
don't know.
hitting it's not like a punch to the face every 5 minutes.
Not now, because now I just don't
I
care.
feel like now it's lifting.
It is lifting because now I just don't care. You don't have to believe what I believe. And I don't mean this in an off-putting way, but you, not you
It's
out
like a
there,
Prince lyric.
but like you
don't
have to believe
what I believe.
Yeah. So you don't have to
And I
believe
don't
what I
care.
believe. And I don't expect anyone to. It's what I believe. It's built off of the experiences that I've had in my life that shaped me as a human being. And I refuse to stop being kind because people are unkind. And I refuse to change the way I value things and I value myself and what I value because other people think it's weird. I don't care. I don't mean to sound aloof about it. I don't care what you think. This is how I live. This is how I pay my bills. This is how I do things. You know, I don't ask how you do them. This is how I do them. I'm not asking your permission. I'm not asking for anything. Just don't judge me. Oh, oh, that I would try. That I would try. If there was chocolate, mushrooms in the chocolate, I would definitely try that.
So
But
I
yeah,
spoke-
I'm such a baby when it comes to mushrooms.
I spoke to Charlie about this specific Della. What's up, Della? What's up, Joe? The taste is rough for me. Love the experience, just hard to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlie looked over at me and I was like, oh, it's so good to see you. Glad you're here or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ayahuasca came up and then she was like, yeah, that taste,
I said the same thing.
it fucking ruined a few things for me. However, if it tasted good, everyone would just do it, right? So
But everyone
it
would.
makes you think about what you're about to do.
Yeah.
Because you know what is behind that.
Right.
Like she gave it full respect. I was like, oh, that was pretty intense.
No, I am too. I'm not in any way running from it. That's not
No, I'm
it.
not saying that you
I'm
are.
giving it full
because
respect.
she will wipe
So
it
much has
clean.
happened, but she has given me so much. She basically, the night that she was pouring those jewels down into my throat,
Mhm.
filling up my chakras, she was telling me, your abundance, you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
Yeah.
I get it now. It doesn't matter where we are or what we have or these things that we have. These things don't mean anything. It's us. It's who we are.
She kept
It's how we
saying
live.
when we were channeling that night,
Right.
she's like, the two of you need to fucking get it together. You're not any of this. And she was showing us all this. She was showing me everything. She's like, the way we were lighting up, I said, oh, we're basically you. And she's like, yeah, but I'm the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're becoming the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're becoming, and then lights were going off and it looked
Mhm.
like as the tree was lighting. And I'm like,
Oh.
whoa, look at all those twinkle lights. And she's like, the harvest is the twinkly lights you're looking at, ready to fucking drop. Right? They're going to drop, plant seed, and grow.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're already, it was an open acorn. It was like the acorn was glowing and then it pops open like
Mhm.
this and then it just drops. And then there's like beings there, I want to say, for lack of a better terminology, that are there to be like, oh, look, you're growing. And then you recognize it yourself and then you become light into this new thing. I don't fucking know. But supposedly the whole veil falls. And the way to get there is to do basically what we've all been doing this whole time. I said, what more we got to do? And they're like, nothing. If you guys all stopped right now, it's still happening. Like if you just stopped and sat around and picked your nose, it's still going to work. Don't get lazy with it. You can't be like nasty, but the process of the whole totality. So I was like, do you need to meditate more? Should I light another candle? And they were like, another crystal.
Could.
Surround myself. You could.
Good.
Like the MMS, will it work? And if you
will,
do it,
if you do it.
no, they didn't say it will. They just said if you do it. I'm like, so it'll work if you do it. Why aren't you fucking telling me yes, it's gonna work if you do it? Because you're the fucking lazy one, Frank. That's what they would say. I know that's what they want to do. Just choke me and go smack, smack, smack. Just fucking do it, stupid. I can't fucking tell you that. Like, you gotta fucking make the choice. Free will, homie. Even if you say to me, make the choice for me, we can't do that. It's like, I can't take the test for you. Sorry. I think I channeled that straight through. That was them wanting to just beat the shit out of me.
No, it's me
for
too.
not listening.
It's me too. I lost another 5 pounds, and I look like a little. I look like a tomato, and I don't understand. I just don't understand. But I do understand because we stopped walking for a week, and like in a week, it's like, what happens to you? Stop diddling my plant.
My
now.
plant.
Okay. This is what it is. This is what I got.
I just think the things we do now are like, you charge your water or you drink whatever you're drinking. Take your, I don't know. I've been drinking vitamin C because the people upstairs
Don't even go there.
they're just logged in. Everything to just bring my vibration up.
I have too.
That's it.
I have said nothing. I have not engaged. I have not argued. I have not.
It's the weirdest
have
thing
not.
when you I don't know. I want to say reach out with a more 3D type mind person. It's almost like you get dealt, not you, but we get dealt with like rejection or just some kind of anger or angst towards us or against us for some strange reason, no matter what's going on, unless it's like people that are more vampiric with their energetic signatures where they just latch on and want to drain it. Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
You know, you got to watch out for people that do that as well. It's really scary. But from a higher level looking in, you're like, oh shit. But then the people that you're separating from, even though you're still trying to keep the communications open,
yeah, you just got to pull
you're
back.
met with something
energetically. You have to put up your protection and not give them your energy and not let them
Right,
leach
so-
into your energy. It's hard.
so when they downplay or downgrade or,
Yeah.
well, you don't believe that anyway, so why do I even fucking say something to you? So it's like, yo, all I said was hello. You know, could you lower that? It's screaming propaganda. I'm sure people all over experiencing this stuff.
I'm sure they are
'Cause
too.
once they hear it here, they're gonna at least be more aware of that
or
situation.
it's already been happening. I'm sure it has for everyone. You know, we had your birthday party. We had both your parents here.
So I was gonna say it's a weird week. So I remember Josh looked at me. I was hanging out with him the other day, and he told me the whole synchronicity story, but it's so much deeper. I mean, it's crazy. But he asked me after he was done, what about you, buddy? How's it going? You know, ayahuasca, this, that, the other thing. And I was like, no, I haven't really done anything at all except smoke some weed. But both my parents were at my house yesterday having dinner, lunch, and birthday cake. And whoa, interesting. Haven't been in the room with the two of them like that with me
For over 30 years. Gotta
Jeez, it is so fucking long. It was at Rob's wedding.
That was an event. That wasn't sitting
like
around
16
a coffee
years.
table and having cake.
Oh, now you have to go back to
To when you were a kid.
13. Jeez, it was so weird.
It was good though. It was a good day. It was.
I'm not saying it was bad.
No, it was a good day. It was just.
It was an interesting birthday present. Unexpected.
Unexpected.
I don't know. I felt like your higher self put the whole thing together. You sweet pea. I love you.
Mm.
You have to admit though, even though I freaked out a little bit the night before, I was like, I bugged out a little bit. That's what came out of me.
I know.
You got to that's like it felt dangerous to me. right? Like the thought of it was like creepy. That's how deep the rivers ran.
Because that's how long it's been, but it was good. And then after it was over,
everyone seemed to have a pretty decent time.
Everyone did have a good time, but we realized it truly is unnecessary, isn't it?
Yes.
Completely unnecessary. And, we thought we were doing a good thing, and it was a good day. We had a good day. It was great for everyone to get together.
I feel like we just needed to anchor the energies in, and then
a little better. Yeah,
just
maybe.
That's it.
But you know what? There's no reason to, because
why's it got to be hard?
It doesn't have to be hard, because they see. That's right. That's what I say all the time. But they see each other at your brother's all the time.
Yeah. So it's he
not,
laughed. He goes, "Have fun."
Yeah, have fun.
I said, "I haven't seen these two together," and I was getting nervous on the phone. He just started laughing. I goes, "Have fun with that shit." I was like, "Thanks."
Yeah, no, but it's fine, because we did it, and it was a great experience. But it is definitely that the both of them feel doesn't need to be done. Like.
Hold on a second. What's going on in here? Okay. That happens. So I'm going to answer that, even though that was directed at regular girl. If you do mushrooms with me, how many times? Wrong question. We've done mushrooms a bunch of times. How many times have we focused in on each other and been part of like the same thing that's going on?
I don't think it ever happened with us. Did it?
Space gorillas don't count.
Oh, that was definitely happening. You're right. All right. So
So
probably
with DMT
quite a few times.
Hold on. With DMT, was it not the tiger? Tiger on the bed?
It's almost all the time. All right. I get it.
Okay. So you can have a community session. Because when I was with the Geos, we had a full blast off there. I've had it with you a few times.
Oh, it happened a few times with us. That I remember now. I'm sorry. I don't know why I answered like that. I guess I was thinking about the question in the wrong way. But yeah, you're right.
So yes, people can hang out together and kind of, science with this stuff, with mushrooms, and you can eat a little bit even with someone else and just still hang out, have your tea and crumpets. That's or whatever.
We did. We took a walk.
And we just went for a walk and everything.
The shit hit the
almost fan, like it's a vitamin, and let it just activate you. See if the voice in your head just gets a little louder.
I was thinking the day of your birthday, we took edibles, and they hit later on, if you remember.
I do.
Yeah.
It felt good.
Yes, it did. Yeah, and we had a shared experience. That was a shared experience.
All right, so my parents were here, and then I got to tell you guys. So Paula and I and my mother are looking at my father, who's a little bit in disbelief with the ayahuasca stuff, but he's into it.
Yeah, he listens to the stories. He gets as much as he can, I guess.
And he was kind of wrapped in his own thing, kind of. Yeah. And we were just all having fun. And then she just starts telling him
about her ayahuasca experience. And he's
she's going, "You need to tell people they might shit themselves and go to the bathroom, but shit everywhere. You need to tell them that." I go, I do. And she goes, "Okay." Like, right. And I go, she goes, "How many people have done that?" I go, "1." Right. So we were all laughing. And she starts laughing, and she's like, "I died a bunch of times."
We were telling her that. We were telling her, like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna have to tell Rob I killed mommy."
My father's looking at me like. So I'm like, well, you get over the fear, and you're presented with different things. See, my mother's bloodline, she screamed out. She just said it out loud. She's always yelling out loud. So I found out my blood type was A negative. So I'm A negative, right? So I asked her a million times, why did they have to shoot you with a shot or shoot me with a shot when I was a kid? Because of the blood type that we were.
I don't.
And then she's like, I keep trying to explain to her, we have the Anunnaki blood in us, but you're not listening to me. And she goes, I don't understand. I don't see how you could do this. I go, okay, check it out. Did you see ayahuasca when you went under? That was your first time, technically. The first time was
The
you
first
saw
time
you
was
saw
the
dead
Chinese
relatives.
theater was the Saturday afternoon when you were watching a movie when you both lost time. That was the first time you had a shared experience.
No, that was an abduction type scenario.
You were
and
knocked
shit.
out for 2 hours.
Yeah. But I'm saying under the ayahuasca, man, you really break up a thought sometimes.
Sorry.
I don't know. So I asked her, did you see ayahuasca? Yes. Mother, you saw her with your fucking 2 eyes. Yeah. Who else did you see? And she just runs off the list. And I go, okay, do you know a lot of people don't have that happen?
No, don't see what you see. No.
And she's like, what do you mean?
I don't see the things.
What do you mean?
See.
I go, so you were with beings physically and non-physically. They grabbed you and were healing your shoulder and you flew away through the mountains and the oceans and the blah, blah. Awesome shit, right? Yes. She took you through the death experience. Oh, yeah, I saw all this crazy shit. Oh, so you saw all this other stuff too. You know, nobody sees that.
Right.
Like they do, but they have to clear out.
Right,
and
right.
They have to almost be open to or want to. But some of us are just built open in a weird frame. Not that we're any better. It's just like that tunnel is open. It's almost like the ones that need to talk to the beings first, go talk to them so they can tell you it's okay. We're using discernment as well.
I agree with that. And
then eventually they warm up to it because people always like, I want to see the being. And I'm like, okay, does it scare you to see good or bad things?
I don't think generally most people want to see the beings. I think most people want to be healed from something.
Well, you know, from experience in the house, that there's one or two that's always like, I just want to see what you see.
Right.
And I'm like, are you ready for that? Like I had to build up for that. And they're like, it happened to you on the first time. I'm like, I took an excessive amount on the request of my shaman. And it worked. It worked in the proper way. Right. But prior to that, I've had paranormal experiences that I couldn't explain.
They happen here all the time.
So you would see the amount that would say, I want this. They come face first. Like I want the vision rather than want the healing.
I get what you're saying.
Right. So you get to see that here. So you get to see the percentage rates of everything.
Right.
So it's
I get it.
It could be a dangerous game playing the I want to see, but my mother gets it immediately. I said, you don't find that to be inspiring somehow? No. I go, okay.
I was applauding you. Remember that movie that you made? I was just like, this is, and you thought I was joking with you. And I was telling you, you should be so proud of yourself. This was such a good brew.
I was looking through broken crystal fractals flying in the bedroom. They were giant, like mirrors that were broken, flipping. And there was some kind of panther like looking at me. And then he like locks eyes with me. And you're on the bed with a tiger. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like I got scared. I got up and then I'm looking through and the panther looks like it's coming right through and the glass is flipping perfectly that it'll come out and get me. And I kind of back up and you're like, oh, don't worry about it. He's with me too. Come here. And he fucking runs to the other side of the bedroom. And I go, so that's how it is, huh? And you're just like, bro, this is great. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if I just had a heart attack because I had to build that immunity to see this stuff piece by piece. Like I had to have the shit scared out of me one at a time. Grabbed by a tentacle, right? How do you escape the tentacle for people that are like, yeah, there's no tentacle? Then they show it wrapping around you and going into your fucking mouth and you're wondering why your fucking throat hurts and your tooth hurts.
Because it's feeding on you. Yes.
It's rough, man. Or you got some kind of headache all the time
All
that you
the
can
time.
never get away, no
Yes.
matter what medicine you take. And there's some kind of octopus sitting on your head, just like a hat, like or a spider. You're wearing the cap, and it's just feeding constantly. It's hard to see that shit. But it's almost like I think we talked about this the other day. I've always had that overwhelming sense of I'll do it so you don't have to. And when it comes to my family, I'll do the darker shit if it has to be done around here, so you don't have to. Your innocence doesn't break. I never understood that, but then I've seen it from a few people on I guess our level.
Oh, that's a Brian.
Then I think there's a sugar pop as well.
Okay, all right.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm just
You having a good time?
yeah, I am having a great time. It just the rain is so heavy. I'm worried.
Do you want to go check on everyone?
No, I don't. I just want to see. He's eating right there. I put food down before the show.
I want to say thank you again for everyone here that's showing. I'm trying to keep up with everyone's.
I'm having a hard time seeing today too.
I can't see shit for the last 2
I feel
days.
like I can't focus.
I literally had to put my glasses on for 2 days. I haven't worn them in months. So we're in a. I don't think we're in the flood area at all, but I think that's why the last time this happened, we didn't even know about it. But they were saying 5. This is. I can't get text fucking messages from people in the room with me, and my phone won't ring if they're in the fucking room with me. But I'll get 76 alerts saying you're gonna have 5 feet above land water, and I'm like, that's impossible. And you're like, then I was like, oh, City Island's right there.
It's 2 miles away.
They're done.
That's a Long Island Sound,
right?
So that's 2 miles away. But I mean,
5 feet above. Now we're on ground level, even though we're elevated. So and then we have under us is the subways and shit. It has so much to go in those areas, but the areas that are boxed down, where it can plane out and fill 5 fucking feet.
yeah, like
that's
Home
over
Depot.
your
That's
head.
what happened to me when my car flooded when I first started Pepsi. My car
Those
flooded
highways are
that's the Gun
Bronx
Hill Road
River?
right onto the Gun Hill Road. The Bronx River will flood definitely, but because the water will make it flood. The water will just
the
go
old
over the
Bronx
highway.
River.
Old Bronx River
Yeah,
Road.
yeah.
That'll flood because I got stuck in there numerous times going to work.
That would be frightening.
But yeah, I don't know how bad it's going to be here, but we just have to check later. We just have to keep checking. That's all.
I just
So
keep
we can
saying to myself, because we are prepared for quite a bit. Just it's not going to be a big deal.
I don't
like
think
I'm
it's
not
gonna-
even giving it consciousness. I'm trying to just give.
Yeah, we're
us
not going to
like
be foolish, but we're not. We're not feeding into
There's
the.
only so much we can do.
Yeah, I mean,
We're still on the
it's a
ground
first
floor.
floor apartment. You can't do anything.
I'm more worried about shit blowing through the yard that could smash these windows and stuff.
That's why we have
Or,
to. Yeah, that's why we have to make sure we pull stuff in.
pull our stuff in.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's fine. That's fine. We're good. I think we're good.
It's weird. It's like it's all over the world. So it's not like we're experiencing this, but in other places they're experiencing their shit.
No, totally.
And in the middle of all this, there's fake drama going on. The script is playing out. I don't even want to give it fucking any kind of attention, even though like I'll check from time to time and see what's going on. But like you were seeing, I put the reports on and then I just shut them off, or I let them play and I go in the other room and I'm doing shit because I can't take it listening to the script. So I'm letting it go more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, there's like this piece that hurts. Like, like I just want good guys to win. They're like, just let it go. Forget about the good guys and the bad guys. Like, you have nothing to do with this. Back out.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck. It's like an addiction's being canceled. Like at that highest level. Like, it's pulling away like taffy. It's like, oh no, but I still want to. It hurts.
It does hurt.
So I don't fucking know. Nobody knows nothing. It's meant to not know nothing. Don't you want to be a little surprised? Just if everyone does what they have to do, what you're required
I
to
think
do.
all these dates is silly. Like when people throw out dates and they say these special things are happening on special dates. I think
Rarely
I
happens.
think it's a timeline issue. I don't think those dates mean anything. I think we just have to keep doing what we're doing until something is different.
I don't feel in my heart that a bad thing's actually.
No, me neither. Me neither.
Everyone has
honestly.
their play, part of the play that needs to play out. Oh, this sounds so cheap when you put it like that, because then you're like, well, people die all over the world, and it's like, well, I can't. I don't want them to, but I'm not. They're part of the fucking hologram, and they got karma playing out. I don't know who, which one. So yes, people are dying everywhere,
anymore.
but
They're meant to be off planet. They're not meant to be here anymore.
like things are shifting and changing now. I mean, if you think about it, check this out. So all those we heard the story of Taliban getting weapons and armament and
armored cars and tanks and helicopters,
Black Hawks,
and missiles,
drones.
Yeah, and
so
who paid for that?
Who paid for that shit?
Who paid? Taxes
You paid for that.
You paid for that.
You
too?
paid for that. You paid for that. I want a fucking refund on that shit. You be giving up the fucking weapons to the enemy. You're a punk ass, and you know what? Just on claws alone. I don't know, man. See, this is what I'm saying. They were saying those airplane pictures were taken in 2006, and it was something else, and they're showing that with a new branding. So you can't trust anything. So they're like, those things you're seeing are fake. They're not fake. They were taken, and they're taken from here, and they're showing it to you now. And I'm like, I don't want to watch any of this. I don't want to be part of it
either. I don't want to. Not that I don't want to know, but I don't want to hear it skewed. Give it to me the way it is.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear.
I think an armored truck is $1 million, and they left several behind.
I told you one of the ones I saw looked like a Fast and Furious tank, and I was like,
they might be more.
What the fuck is that? They have those?
I don't know. Helicopter.
You're gonna give it to those fucking dunces, and they're gonna take that and ride around town. Now, where's the people they're gonna fucking shoot and fucking basically rape? So that's how this works. We're gonna cut your head off, or we're gonna rape you, or in that order, or reverse. That's it. This is what you got to look forward to. You're giving them the option to not send one of them in, and thus and drones in with missiles. Right. See, it instantly drags us into a position of what the fuck. That is part of the drama, whipping us and pulling us back down and going, oh. They're like, are you over there? I'm like, no. But it's still the USA. And they're like, no. Hold on. You go back to source of the root of the problem. I go, yeah, what's that? And they're like, you being involved with it. You want no involvement. You pull your dollar. You pull your consciousness away from it, so then it never affects you. You're fully aware of what's going on, but if you sit in it and waft in it,
I get it.
Your frequencies, you spiral down again.
I get it. That's like the 6 o'clock news.
That's why, yes.
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock,
2 o'clock,
8 o'clock. 1. You can watch the news all day long.
They'll say the same talking points,
and they're all saying the same thing.
You know, they're asking for papers here, vaccine passports to enter.
New York City, to enter restaurants, gyms.
You know, my boy's pretty popular. They did it to him twice in a night. He went to 2 different places, and they were like, nope. And what you need to do is step away. What we call boycotts today is just 100% stepping away. You don't have to give a bad review. You pull away your dollars. You're like, I'm not going. Maybe my friends won't go that are unvaccinated, and then maybe vax people will start going, hey, this is a little awkward because not everyone wants to fight. People like, I don't see unvaccinated people saying, good, go die, take your poison. Maybe there's a handful of people doing that. They shouldn't do that. I see them more caring for people. Watch what you're fucking doing. I showed you my friend.
We don't
yesterday.
Know enough. Don't put it in your body yet. Unless, until we know a little more. Just wait.
That girl's whole face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then that's a friend of the family, right? And she's she's like, that's my excuse for not taking it. Because the last time I took anything that you guys said to take, that's what happened to me. Now, that's it. My body, my choice. I thought that's where we were working with. I guess now we don't do that no more. Right?
It's the same thing. It's your body.
Just to find out. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. It's your body. That's
that the vax is basically causing the variants, if there are variants, and it's not just flu, because flu disappeared, and it maybe it is a stronger flu.
I know. I sneezed because I have allergies on our walk, and this family was like running across the street like.
But they're in their timeline, so to them, it's like they're in their bubble. They're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
No, I get it. I get it. I totally get it. It's scary. People are dying. People are sick. We're not saying that. People are sick. People are dying.
People with weak immune stuff is getting taken out across the board. However, so does the flu. Does the same exact thing. Worse.
Yeah, but this is bad.
Well, they haven't recorded a flu death, so, but those are still happening. They never stop unless they're not spraying us anymore. I never believed that sickness is like something that should happen here. Like, we're in density, so I understand it. Things eat things, and everything's eating everything, and it goes away, and you try to stop it from growing in you and all this. We're an organic system. Yes, however, that's from product.
I agree with that.
They're spraying us with the actual viruses.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
When they tic-tac-toe the sky sometimes, that's when you'll notice people get sick. They'll do it in like October, September, late September, October, and people just get blasted sick. And you're like, well, it's flu season. And then it happens when it's freezing out in February again. And they're like, well, it's the cold weather. And I'm like, yo, they're chemtrailing us. And then it snows. Like,
they say don't put it under a microscope.
Oh, Ayah was like, I was like, I'm getting a microscope. She's like, no, you're not. You'll never eat again. I was like, what? She's like, you'll never eat anything ever again. We know you. As soon as you see it. And I don't know what this is that just came out of me. It's black and has
tentacles. Don't worry about it. I get it. I can't. I'm so high. I can't. I'm gone.
It's just surprising what's out there, but that's what the hologram is polluted, and we're unpolluting the hologram. That's basically what's going on here, right? So if you unpollute yourself, you pull yourself away. Television at that kind of level is full pollution, because you're listening to propaganda, so it's nonstop. The next thing they're gonna do is go and you're gonna what the fuck? You notice the songs on the radio, they don't sound right, and they kind of hurt if you try to turn the volume up. Do you know why? Do you know why that is? It's not because my radio sucks. I have an awesome radio in my car.
It's a computer, right?
You have an awesome radio. They're broadcasting not in 432 on purpose, so it doesn't sound right to us, so it hurts. It's out of frequency to the natural law of things. So you're like, why? Turn that down. It needs more bass or something. No matter what you do and turn it up, it don't sound right because you're not recording it properly. That's why certain things you'll feel really good listening to, and other things you're like,
yeah, I don't.
Where did the bump go to that? Like, wasn't when I was younger, I didn't hear it like that, because they changed everything over. They moved it from one frequency to another. I think someone would say it would move to a digital frequency instead of prior frequency. I don't know. I'm only guessing. There's smarter people out there than me.
You're pretty smart.
You're pretty smart too.
Thanks.
I learned a lot from you, but you gotta want to learn. Just because I give you a hard time, listen, Hard Master, check it out. We Pi, what's up, Oscar? Pi May, had to pull an eyeball out of one of his students, had to smack up another one, but he still loved them unconditionally.
No, he didn't. She tried to kill him.
Well, kung fu, that's where it rolls. You make ninjas, they're gonna come back and fuck you up. I'm just saying, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
No, I get it. It's
Come up here.
what's the matter? He
Come
he wants you?
Come here. Austin.
Is he being a boo boo? Come here. What's the matter?
Oh, you run to mommy though.
Oh, well, he can't get up here now.
Pussy.
Come on. What's the matter? What's the matter?
There you go.
Oh, okay. Hi. Hi. What's the matter?
So
All right. Scared?
if you do the spraying on
Yeah.
time, on a time chart over certain areas.
Oh, I'm sure you could determine how many
And
people
then-
get sick.
Okay, yes.
'Cause-
And then people, remember I was telling you this, they visit the doctor
yeah,
and then
asthma.
they're barcoded. They're
Who's that?
barcoded, giving you whatever vax. Hi.
Oh my God, he just jumped
Oh,
in
I
there.
love you so much.
Hi.
My
Oh,
little tag team partner. So they know that you went to the doctor because they sprayed
they put
you
the
with
barcode-
whatever
yeah.
they sprayed you with, and then you go there and that doctor they know is administering X, Y, and Z to patients, so they can trace you back later on
What was that thing on YouTube?
and know
the-
how a
you-
different strain or variant works. So they spray Texas with a different variant,
yeah.
or upstate New York with
Well, they were
one.
saying the thing on Facebook. There was a chip you can have put in, and it'll tell you whether or not you have the coronavirus. Like, why would you?
Oh yeah, that so
Or tell you
one
what
of the next
what
steps,
viruses you have?
we'll just put a thing under in your wrist and then a little capsule, and then that thing has a chip in there that will literally tell you, oh, you got COVID, you got the flu.
Why would you want to do that to yourself?
or so they would know how to treat you. So great. So they're all right. I'm gonna get really silly for a second. Join me on this side of the weirdo. Okay, check it out. In the comic books, there's a guy
What's
called
the
Mr.
matter?
Fucking Sinister. Not fucking, just Mr. Sinister, right? So
What's the matter?
he takes people that have already become mutants
Oh,
and he gives them more mutation from whatever genetic
And it makes
thing
them
that he's
mean?
working with, and then he just watches them mutate out.
oh.
Then he'll take humans and say, oh, I'll give you powers, kind of like in Deadpool. And then he'll do these extraordinarily torturous things and inject them with all different serum 1, serum 2, serum 3 for all the different people. And he's really just using you as a lab rat.
Mhm.
Everything he creates is genetically modified
That's terrible.
to work in his favor, no matter what it does for the person that it modifies. So he's always trying to steal DNA and then blend them and make someone that he can control.
That's terrible.
Right? So, yeah, he tried to take Cyclops and Jean Grey, steal their DNA, and then
Oh, make
create a character and bring it
between the
forward,
two of them. I don't think
thinking
was
that
so
it
good.
would be the crazy. Well, they made Cable. So Cable is technically very powerful, except he uses his power to keep that metal
Mhm.
from just covering his body
whole body.
instantly. So he's consistently holding
Regenerate.
that off. So his powers are always focused on that shit. So you never get to see. This is what I mean. Mutations. You take something that's already fucking crazy and you amplify it into a different direction, and you sit back and watch. You just write into your book what happens. If it's good for you, you fucking take it. If it's bad for you, you erase it. This is what they're doing with families everywhere. What has been, and we've mentioned this a bunch of times too, what has been the one word that has seemed to cover the last year?
Family. They're putting it in everything, and it's almost like they're breaking you down to it. So, like, if you don't have a family, we're your family. Who are we? We are the government. We are everywhere. We're your family.
But then inside of
We're
that,
your family.
you have, I know this is going to be crazy, but if you look into everything over the last year, action movies and everything else, there is a family overtone. Even the memes online with Fast and Furious.
Mhm.
The movie was not that fucking good, first of all.
None of them were,
It-
but they were good
No,
movies. Like
this
they,
one was a little weird, but it presented that meme.
it did. It
that
was like,
crushed it.
and it was a very
Like you could do anything as long as you
have
have
family. Yeah, you like nothing bad will happen to you, and then that's just not true.
Well, way to go dark with it. But my point is everything from the new Justice League movie. I can only speak from the things I know.
No. For the
So
last year, you're right. It's
they
very
have to come
family-centric.
together and become a family, right?
Yeah, but you're not letting people near each other. So well, what are you saying? You're not letting anyone near each other.
I think, okay, so when the rubber meets the road, there's a fight that takes place. Grah, and it grabs into each other and it kind of wrestles it out. And one prevails. And then over time, that one that prevailed fails and the other one wins.
Look, this mandate in the city, I'm sure restaurant owners aren't happy about it. I'm sure all the entire entertainment industry isn't happy about
They're
it.
trying
they
to
can't
crush
even make
family.
They're trying to
in
crush
reality.
small business.
That's already a fake reality, but in movies and television and shit, there's an overtone of family. The Flash family, the Arrow family, Superman has the two sons on the TV. It's him and Lois. They're married. We're family. Look, we laugh at this all the time, you and I. It's always family.
But it is. We have a fearless family.
And we have a fearless family.
But that's the irony, because they kept everyone apart.
They're trying to break up the family, and it's
going to be 2 years. It's almost 2 years.
Family.
It's a year and a half.
Get it? No separation. We're like all connected. No. We all have a part in this. Everyone's important. No one's not fucking important. Everyone wants to figure it out, but the harder you try to figure it out, the harder it is to figure it out when you just sit back and be like, yo, just tell me what's up. It starts talking to you. I'm ready for the magic. Just show it to me. Show me what I need to see.
But they have been. And like I said, don't scare. I said I wanted to listen. I wanted to hear it more. And I've been trying. And a lot of times I do hear things, and I was making a decision the other day, and I don't know if it was my higher self or what. And they were like, it's all the same. So just pick one and don't waste your money on the other one, because it's all the same. And it was so direct. So I took notice because I'm direct, and it was good advice, and I took it. And I'm sure it'll work out fine.
Free Energy Mobile in the house. Hey, when you start facing these things down, in every crowd, there's a Frank. In every crowd, there's a Chris. In every crowd, there's a Paula. I mean, hold on. If there's only so many combinations, you're an original combination. Yeah, I'm just saying there's someone, there's a couple like us doing it there. That's what I mean to say, right?
I get it.
So you will find the people breaking through, seeing this stuff, but you have to want to go through it that way. Like I was laughing at Josh. He was like, I'm 100%, bro. I've been 100% my whole life. I'm 100% all. And I'm like, I know. The minute I said, I'm with you 100%, it just fucking opened up like, oh, well, so whether you're doing it without ayahuasca or with ayahuasca, the floodgate still opens as long as
it happens to us all the time.
You're ready to unlock that.
Yeah.
But we can't be afraid, because there will be, in every group, there'll be the one that tells you can't, the ones that don't want to be your friends, the ones that tell you you're stupid, the ones that try to get you to do something you don't want to do. So everyone has it.
Talk you out of it.
The combination, the talk you out of it people, or I could do it better people that nobody fucking.
And then no one does anything. Yeah.
Exactly. But you're aware, and you're sitting in the middle of this wondering, like, am I the only one out here doing this? I'm here. And the answer is no, you're not the only one here doing it. We're all doing it. We just have different combinations attacking us, or there for us to learn from, whatever you want to call it. So the lessons aren't exactly the same unless they are to some, randomly throwing out of 4 billion, because I don't know if the rest of them are people, 4.5 billion star seeds ready to erupt.
Mm-hmm.
There's chunks of people just doing the same random combinations. Some of them come out the same. They'll go, I went through something like that too.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it happened, where yours went this way. Maybe
Right.
somebody's
Mine
parent
branched
died,
that way. Yeah.
or there was a different interference at this point. So then this happened, and this person fucks this person over, and you're aware, and then you get involved and you fuck up, and you're like, oh God, should have never. And then you never repeat those lessons, and you bang out and move on. You start to rise up, and they start to fall away. And you're standing there by yourself now going, am I doing this alone? Like, is there anyone else out there? And the answer is yes. Right? So we're all broadcasting from different positions in the matrix.
Right.
Giving off our own personal light signal frequency interpretation of whatever it is we're going through. Well, be sure we're going through it together. Be sure. And we're all points of light taking positions in places that we wouldn't have fucking thought or known. I had no clue. You had no clue. She had a clue, but didn't really do anything. And then this one over here just talks and now sees it. You could see it in his eyes. He's looking like I looked into the darkness of his eyes and I'm still alive. And you're like fucking finally on board.
Right.
The other one still doesn't fucking get it, yet has been there 50 times. And you're like, okay.
Let's try it again.
I love you.
Yeah. It's all right.
Why do you make it so difficult?
So
it's like, just get out of your own way. What do you mean? Who the fuck has time to get out of your own way? They're not ready. When you hear all that talk, that's them like,
Just lay on your back. Yeah. Just lay on
It's
your
over.
back, Frank.
That
Just lay
means
on your
I
back.
can't enter your classroom and hear from your book
Until
you guys are
until you're
studying
ready.
from, because that's like sacred geometry to a fucking baby that just got smacked and goes, Wah! And you're like, first in physics. And the kid's going to just look at you like, I can't see yet. Feed me. Give me my mom.
Give me my mom. Yeah. Feed me. Give me my. Oh, you might say that. All right. You might say, feed me. Give me my mom.
So be rest assured, you're not alone. We're all doing this, and we're doing it, and it's happening. You're not happening. There are lulls, there are highs and lows. You're in a hologram matrix, so that goes up, hey, and then goes down. Awesome. What we're going to do is eventually be able to balance through getting rid of our karma and all kinds of crazy shit. You start to balance out. So it's not these highs and lows, it's a balance. And then you just doing stuff in the moment.
Doing stuff.
You're either approve of it and you're like, yo, this is fucking great, right? And then when you're, I don't know, I don't want to call it being singular minded about topics, but I have a problem sometimes. I sit to write for music and I'm thinking about taking out the trash. And it's like, I got to do all these fucking things that are important, but they're mundane things before I can be creative.
Right.
And then by the time I get to being creative, I'm fucking burnt.
Exhausted. Yeah.
Right. So there's this thing that has to snap off.
But I think that's why, the next place will be set up better, because you can be creative, because you can just walk away.
No, but I need to teach myself. Still, I'm kind of been a pro for many years with this, and now I'm getting back on my feet. I should just get on my feet.
No, you can, but it'll be easier because you'll have a designated space. It's your own. It won't be a common living area.
No, I know.
It's like the Hogwarts common room.
I wasn't, excuse me, going there with that, but I appreciate that for sure. And you'll have yours as well.
As long as it's next to yours, because we can't be far away.
We have so many cool ideas for what we
want.
Yeah, we're like not really paying attention to the things we don't want anymore.
No,
it's we already know what we don't want. But what do you like? What do you want? What are you digging? What's on your mind?
With anything,
like you're moving forward.
Anything, and it's like, oh, let's look at it that way. Let's not. Like even now when we take our walks, we look at all the houses we love instead of all the houses we hate.
Or what we like, even
like
in the shittiest spot, you're like, oh, I like that flower, but this yard needs to be fucking, get out here and cut this yard, bitch. No,
Yeah, I just want to bring
right?
my pruning
But
shears
that
on
is
the wall.
beautiful. That one right there is so beautiful. Like you go forward with
I
the
know.
thought.
There's this one house in the neighborhood. This man has a fig tree. It is the biggest fig tree, the one that took over the whole yard.
Yeah.
It's two.
It looks like it's connected to another.
It's two-story.
Monstrous.
Now it might be 3 trees together because he's got a
Mind
brick,
you,
a
they're
brick
fucking trees.
a brick fence. So he's got brick around, but it looks like it was 2 or 3 trees that grew together, but it's 2 stories. I've never seen so many figs on a tree in my life that I want to bring my pruning shears.
I felt so good when we walked by that plant.
Yeah,
I
because
was like,
there's
holy
figs
shit,
on the street and I can prune
this
from the
is
street.
fucking great. And I'm not even a fig eater, though I eat fig Newtons, so I shouldn't talk.
I
probably
love
would
a
eat
good
figs.
fig Newton. That's
Oh.
thunder. We're gonna have to go out and check that.
That was a fucking big one, huh?
Yeah, that's not good.
So the last major storm we had, I'll say major because it was just like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, on Orchard Beach. Remember how fast the weather changed that day?
Yeah, we had to run out and
there were
grab
people
everything.
on the beach.
5 people got electrocuted.
Six, and a kid was in critical condition. They were just running on the beach, and then everyone fucking got hit. Like
sure, and you're holding an umbrella or a chair. You know,
it just strikes in it. I didn't, I don't like that too much. The beach was fucking packed. I mean, it moved so fast, and I remember looking outside, going, "Hey, that's moving." A little faster than it should, and we fucking got. By the time we got in, it was blackout, and then boom, boom. No, that sounded like Thor was outside. There's the weather's different now.
It's very different. It's very different. A lot more lightning, a
lot
more thunder,
loud.
Yeah, closer to the house. Very strange. I wonder if that's because there's stuff in the sky.
A lot of. I was gonna say those giant clouds rather than the chemtrails. This is
ships.
Yeah. Because I don't know if they're spraying, or maybe they are spraying, and then it's not affecting certain people anymore, or the ships are neutralizing it. I noticed that shit. Like lines will be high, and then the clouds come in over the houses. Right? How do we know they're not just transmuting shit?
There was that hexagonal cloud. Remember that?
I was like,
remember it was like a rhombozoid. Remember it was moving the clouds and the sky. It was like a.
You could see the outline moving. You could see the
outline of it,
but it was obviously showing you a camouflage of some time of the background, so you could see it. That it didn't look right to me. But see, that's awareness.
Yeah.
Like my mother, I'm not making fun of her, would not really notice that.
No.
Ever. She would never go, "Oh, there's a ship right there." Not now. Maybe in a future, Diane
we see them all the time.
Flick it out, but
we see them all the time,
right over the fucking house. And then you'll look up and say to yourself, this is you trusting you because you've done this. You'll look and go, "Oh, we got ships," and we're not frivolously saying it. It's almost like which ones are and which ones aren't, because they're responding to you. It's an acknowledgement. There is an acknowledgement somewhere.
There is an acknowledgement. No bluebirds recently.
None at all. None red. None. Cardinals.
I don't know if it's the construction, because they're doing construction on the street. I don't know if they're chasing them away or if it's those cats. I don't know. But no blue jays. I mean, we had three sets, 6 blue jays.
I haven't seen sparrows either. The little ones.
The cardinal mama came, but then she left. She didn't stay long. No one's been. I heard a squeak.
That was me.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Weirdo sounds coming out of me.
Storms are here now.
So
now what they say, it's going to rain tonight?
So it was 30% rain tonight, but the storm starts tomorrow. That's what they said. They were like, the storm's not coming until Sunday, and then it'll be on from Sunday to Monday. But the thing says starting from 11 a.m. this morning through Monday, be prepared at any time. But they said 36 hours. So when it first went off, I just thought it was weird how they lit up my phone so many fucking times. Wow, that's like hand to God shit right there. I just hope that everyone maintains power. It's the fucking summer. I fucking don't like it as much as everyone else not having something. And in the Bronx, a lot of people suffer because they're in buildings or whatever, and they don't have generators. It's just the way it is. So let's send out good positive vibes to everyone that's in the way of the storm.
Oh yeah, I
or
already
that
did.
comes encountered with it, and just we're not trying to interfere with your karma if that's how it's going.
We're just trying to send good vibes.
But let it not be as bad as they're saying, because 5 feet of water. I don't know how a lot of nanas are gonna.
I don't know.
On the first floor, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to throw the vibes that direction.
No, I think we'll be fine.
Just curious always how they fucking hit you on every fucking device with it's coming, like just at the top of their lungs. Most of the time it never happens, right? At least a bunch of times I'm like, they're fucking wrong. They got the weather wrong
or
all
like
day
the last week when it rained and that wasn't predicted. It just rained. Remember that the lightning storm.
That storm, nobody said nothing.
Just rolled in. So I don't know.
Just be careful out there. Just keep doing what you're doing, right? Search for answers within.
And listen to the sons of the sun.
Yeah, and listen to the sons of the
sun.
sun.
Sons of the sun. 2 singles.
Thanks. So Matrix Unveiled, we're going to do a show. As soon as things light up this week, I'll have a better opportunity to be like, yeah, let's do this. And we're going to bring them on the show. And we're going to shoot the shit and talk about what's been going on. We haven't had a guest in a while.
When you get out of Facebook jail, because then...
Yeah, that'll work.
Because then we can
promote it and
everyone
shit.
Can promote it, yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. I can't really do anything.
I know, and I'm terrible because I'm never on Facebook.
I feel like I spellcasted that right there. I can't really do anything. I can do a lot of stuff. I will do a lot of stuff.
He can
it's
do,
already doing a lot of stuff. This is what I pay you for. You do this. For me. We've been watching so much.
No Ayahuasca.
I mean, Paula's been watching Downton Abbey on like nonstop. So I keep hearing. No, this is the point. The voices everyone talks in is somewhat enchanting, somewhat annoying, and sometimes really fun to just try to imitate them talking like
we
that.
do it all day long. Yeah.
Like, how would you, when he gets up and he's like, oh, whatever, he yells at the guy at the table and he goes, I don't approve of his language, but that's how we all feel. Right? He didn't even say anything really bad. He was just like something like, you want to step outside or some shit. And I was like, you don't want to have me at dinner. You do not want me at dinner. I would have jumped across the table and been like, you want to get stabbed, motherfucker? No, I'm just kidding.
Salmon, moose, and hollandaise sauce. No way you want Frank there at that dinner. No.
Would you like tea, sir?
No.
Ma'am.
No,
I'm like,
y'all
a bunch of fucking scumbags.
But and the cakes that you would like, because that's all the Great British Baking Show. But
that little chunky lady looks like she could cook like a champ.
She can.
Right? Yeah. So it's just funny to hear the voices. I don't know if you guys ever watch shows, because somewhere in you, it reminds you of a time maybe that you're from or you have some kind of connection to.
Yeah.
So you stick to those shows. No, I don't mean you. I mean other people.
My
be doing
connection
this.
is deeply
I watch
rooted in the
sci-fi, and when I go onto Ayah, it's like, well, sci-fi Frank, right? Like he jumped in from here to here, and the world changes, and the whole thing. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, well, what are you attracted to? And it's like, well, time travel and the Avengers and all kinds of, yeah, that's because of what you're doing. Wow. Okay, we got to close this up. So on the way out, the lightning that just went off was insane. Okay. It lit up the whole sky.
All right.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. The kid from Poltergeist. That was the only scary part to me.
No, when he goes and bends down and the clown strangles him, that's terrifying.
Oh, when the tree eats him.
Yeah,
and he's
that's
like,
terrifying. He got it.
That's when he's going 1 1,000, 2 1,000. And the tree comes through the window. And he goes, ah!
Yeah, that's right.
Can we watch that tonight?
No.
The old one with Craig T. Nelson and shit.
No, we
Come on.
cannot.
They smoke pot on the bed. They start making jokes.
No.
And then it's not funny no more.
We can only watch that when the sun is out. We cannot watch it when it's dark.
Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. bullshit.
No.
That's bullshit. All right, let me bring this back to the beginning.
All right.
We're going to end the show tonight.
All right, we're going to end the show tonight on a song.
Guys, check it out. Thank you so much.
We love
like,
you.
subscribe, share. Right now, you can find this on, I guess, Spotify, YouTube. It's Sons of the Suns, live as it gets. KG, send him positive vibes. He's down for the count. So we're putting the energy out there. Protection from the storm. Here we go. Let's bring that energy up. Maybe you want to dance a little. Maybe you just want to feel good. Maybe you want to smoke a joint, little doobie. Now's the time to do it. Let's get electrifying. All right, I'll check you guys out next time. And remember, the universe rewards bravery, so stay fearless, everyone.
Wasn't taking as long. Yeah, the dripping straight fire, so there's no chance at all. Yes, y'all cut through the layers with a hacksaw. Deceptions and manipulations at your fatal flaw. Just a matter of time because I know where the all. These doses upgrades as we here standing tall. The family will catch me if I should never fall. Cause we're in it till we win it, that means the long haul. Worldwide like hypertext, triple protocol. Steady here, in and out, nobody involved. I'm meant to put your forward in the way we let it solve. Consciousness in the balance, so it's more than just a brawl. Keep it on long, but this is no curtain call. You losing all your power means you can't enthrall. Find the right portal, time slows to a crawl. As creative easy rise up and crush like a ball. Find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, travel at magnificent speeds around the universe. Travel at magnificent speeds around the universe.
You have the right to engage. Here's some tools of the trade. Source, meditation, hip-hop, and sage. You have the right to resist fake gods and tricks. Designed to divide, they live in between the lines. Enjoy the ride, eyes open this time. This world's alive, within worlds collide. Incoming transmission, activate the tribe. As your ego dies, now sending you positive vibes. Put up a fight, I purge, I cry. For the first time tonight, it just feels right. Create as we rise, we anchor the light. Inside of a heist that's set inside of a heist. It's a tribe we rise, sun rays to sunrise. I am, we are the spark of life. Surprise, turns out it's been us the whole time. See the all in you because it's all inside.
As live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo, find the universe, as live as it gets. Yeah, we focus and we feel, and this is the mindset. And that's the one, hit the whole team, and now you can bet. We recognize our true power, not your marionettes. Yo.
Around the universe, as live as it gets.